You're listening to
OMG Guy Chat.
So this is the first episode of OMG Guy Chat. We're all really excited. I'm sure it's going to be crazy. Tonight we have Patrick Nightingale, Adam Colliff, Matt Byram, and Jacob Myers, and I am Shane Hines. So how this is going to work is we're going to have an opening question, and then we're going to dive into a deeper topic. So the opening question for tonight is one that two of the people have answered on here before, but they're not going to remember what it is. Matt and Patrick answered this like 2 or 3 years ago when I asked them this question in our living room. And I remember Matt had a stupid answer, so I want to hear him say it again. Say hi, guys.
Okay. I muted myself.
Hey everybody. To all our listeners out there.
Okay.
All our big fans out there.
This opening question actually ties into the main topic, and they're not all going to do that, but it happened to work this time, so we're going to go ahead and go for it. So the opening question for this week is, so would you rather fight an 8-foot or an 18-foot king cobra in a 25 square foot room,
I remember this.
a 400-pound tiger in a room the size of a basketball court? Now, here's the kicker. You are completely naked, and you only have a butter knife to defend yourself. Which one would you rather do? Patrick, you want to go first?
Can you repeat the question?
This isn't a spelling bee, Matt.
Just let
Use it in a sentence, please.
Just let Patrick go. Just let Patrick go.
Alright, tiger in a basketball court. Or
Because-
a cobra in...
No, I thought that was your choice.
Cobra in a what?
In a small room.
Cobra and like a... So it's a cobra in like a classroom-sized room. There aren't going to be deaths. Just a
A
classroom
giant cobra, though, right?
18 foot. That's as big as they get. King cobra, he spits.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, king cobra, the max king cobra found was 18.5 feet. I looked it up before this just so I didn't sound like a...
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's scary.
I know.
I think maybe I'll take the lion.
It's a tiger, but...
He
Yeah.
already done.
I'll take the tiger.
And
No,
your reasoning?
Because I think... Well, no, I'll take the cobra. Because I feel like a cobra wouldn't actively go after me. Because
Oh,
if
wait.
the cobra got...
Sorry. This is one
Go
more
ahead.
stipulation. Forgot. They're both hungry.
Eric
They both
Snapchatted me
want to
his
kill.
balls. You see that?
Are,
Sorry.
How often does he still do that?
That was the first one in a while. Sorry. I just...
So
are both of these animals provoked and like angry?
Hungry and want to eat you.
I don't think cobras don't even eat humans. You're safe.
If Cobra's starving to death, it's going to eat you.
I don't know.
Play the game.
I would
Okay.
definitely
You sound
pick
like
the
Christopher Walken.
cobra.
I would pick the cobra too.
I thought we were on my turn.
You already went.
You're taking too long.
Wait,
Yeah, I'll take the
the Cobra?
Yeah.
Matt,
Because-
you pick the Cobra?
Huh?
You're picking the Cobra too?
I haven't answered yet.
I'm asking you.
Well, let me answer. So the cobra, or what was the other animal? I really didn't hear it.
Tiger and
Full-grown tiger.
the tiger.
And which has the bigger room?
The tiger.
Tiger's in a basketball court size room. This Cobra is in a classroom.
I mean, room size is pretty arbitrary.
Not really.
Okay.
Well, if the cobra can get to like 18 and a half feet, I feel like it's the width of a classroom.
Yeah.
Or close to it. I choose the tiger in the basketball court with the candlestick.
How? It would just, like,
I would
run across
Dude.
the room and destroy you.
I would
I
take
think-
Sure, but so would the cobra probably in a much smaller area.
The only reason I'm picking the cobra is because, like, even if it like strikes at you and bites you, you might be able to grab around its
Yeah.
neck or something. Like,
Yeah, the tiger has, like, not only its mouth, but its claws that it can attack you with. The cobra
Yeah.
just
You
has
can't
its
escape. Yeah.
But the cobra's
as long
quick
as-
and then can constrict you.
Wait, like, as long
Cobras-
as...
Constrictor.
cobras aren't constrictors.
Right.
As long as you just, like, stay on the other side of the room, you might not die with the cobra, but the tiger's just gonna come eat the shit out of you.
Well, they're
Yeah.
both going to come attack you.
Tigers are way bigger and stronger and faster.
Tiger's paws are like dinner plates. So
Yeah.
But here's the thing: one tag from the cobra, and you're basically going to die because of all the poison.
That's
it's
not
an
true.
automatic death.
Yeah. Also,
Wait, here's another question. How long are you in this room? Because like, what if you get like attacked by the cobra, you catch onto its neck and you jam the butter knife in its brain? Do you get to leave and get help?
Fight to death.
Or
If someone dies, the fight to the death.
okay.
Do you only have a butter knife, or do you have like a phone?
What are you gonna do? Google how to kill a cobra?
I would consider it. I don't know, like calling somebody. If you can like fend them off long enough, and then call.
I would
somebody.
use the phone to play a flute and entrance it.
Distract it with sound bites.
Distract the cobra with a soundbite.
Oh. Oh yeah, no, I can do it on my phone probably.
Well then, so you're all crazy. Other than Matt.
You would take the tiger?
What was my answer
Of course I'd
before?
take that.
How would you take Tiger? Would immediately murder you.
Like,
You have no chance to escape.
kinda-
All it has to do is just accidentally swipe at you, and your face is gone.
I changed my answer. I choose Cobra now.
Dude, the tiger would be all stealthy, too. It would find a way to sneak through that gym. And jump.
It's an open room.
Wait, is it a basketball gym or is it a gym-sized room?
Gym-sized room.
Okay,
It's like an empty room, nowhere to hide.
gotcha. That still going with the Cobra, man.
Yep.
What? Oh, what, are there bleachers in the gym?
No, there's nothing.
Damn.
It's an empty room.
An empty room. I say you could hide under the bleachers and then the line.
Yeah, because if it was a basketball court, I'd grab onto the rim and try to pull myself up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Oh.
Dunkzilla.
But tigers can jump on top of
Yeah.
it.
I know, but
Tigers can dunk.
if I get
Have you not seen
above
Tony
the
Tiger?
backboard,
Tony the Tiger can dunk.
Tony the tiger can dunk.
Good point. Okay. I'm still picking the tiger.
Okay.
Go on. What were you saying,
No.
Pat Rock? Nothing?
That's dumb. Forget it.
This whole thing's dumb. Dumb. Be dumb.
Shame.
I was gonna say, would you rather fight Tony the Tiger or a different serial character? But I couldn't think of
Smacks.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that frog. That fucking frog. Tony the Tiger for sure.
Smacks?
That Smacks guy. Have you ever
He's
looked in
crazy.
his eyes? Have you ever looked in his eyes? Motherfucker's crazy.
He is pretty nuts. Matt, what were you saying before? You were about to say something.
What was my answer 2 years ago that was so stupid?
You said Cobra, and
you said the exact same thing.
I was still adamantly Tiger, but at that point you were the only one that said Cobra, and we all couldn't figure out why.
You prefaced this question with Matt's dumb answer from 2
I
years
feel
ago.
like maybe there are some different stipulations 2 years ago.
Maybe.
Alright, I'll admit, in the question when I asked you guys 2 or 3 years ago, I didn't include the butter knife. You had to do this barehanded.
That doesn't change my answer at all.
Yeah, I know. That's why you picked Cobra.
Well, I picked Tiger first and then Cobra again.
Where's Jacob? Jacob just walked off.
Jacob has lotion next to his bed.
I'm ready.
You ready? Topic
Yep.
of the main conversation? Yeah? Alright. So, the main topic is rational or unusual fears. So, most people
I
have
thought it was-
rational fears. They can
I thought it was.
I thought it was irrational. I'm not prepared.
Yeah, I did it on
either-
homework.
Totally normal or freaky deaky.
It's irrational fears or fears that are unusual. Cool?
Okay.
Because everyone has normal fears that all normal people have.
Speak for yourself.
But the irrational part comes when those normal fears take on, like, additional... F up your life in additional ways. Put your shirt down.
NSFW podcast.
Good thing we're not recording video.
Good thing no one's showing their beans.
Aaron need 'em. Beanbag boy. Okay. So, I'm not sure if anyone's thought about it, but does anyone have an unusual or an irrational fear that they make fun of?
Yep. I made a list.
Oh wow.
Oh my god!
Damn.
I
Prepared.
got my list
Came
up here.
prepared.
Yeah. But I don't want to go first.
Alright. Who wants to go first?
I don't pee in public urinals
Ever?
That's
ever.
is that a fear or just a weird quirk?
I guess the fear is I can't do it, and I don't know. I guess the fear is like I can't have somebody hear me go to the bathroom. I don't know why. Can't do it. Even if I can't like go into a stall, close the door, and pee into a toilet because somebody will hear it. I can't do it. I gotta sit down like a little girl.
And pee on the ceramic so it's quiet?
Yeah, I do that. Yeah, I make sure I pee on the ceramic so I'm not peeing straight into the water. I swear to God.
So you're a ninja urinator?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, what if you know... what if you know someone is in there, and you're doing that, and you're being quiet, but they know you're still in there? What's the deal?
I mean, you're in the bathroom, so they know you're going to use the bathroom.
I know. That's why it's irrational. That's why
So,
I'm right now.
What if you're just going full stream and somebody walks in? You stop?
Sometimes it shuts
You
off. If
tight-
I'm really heavy flow, I
You
can
tighten up.
keep
Yeah.
going, but I mean, usually I don't risk it. If it's like late in the day and I know nobody's walking into the bathroom, then I'll risk going to the urinal.
I
But,
just
like, you're
imagined
never-
you- I just imagined you barricading the door. Like, I can't risk this.
Wait, let me
Are they
ask
like-
this. If you're sitting on the toilet and you have to poop, and
What?
there's someone else in there and you know it, do you still go bombs away and let them hear the plops? Or do you hold it?
Actually, I don't care about pooping. It's weird.
That is
Yeah.
weird.
Well, because
That seems-
you can't make the poop quiet, so I don't even try. Like I'm
You
I'm
can
over
just
that.
tighten up and just wait till they leave.
I could like poop into my hand and drop it. Damn, why haven't I thought of that yet? No, yeah, it's so weird. I don't know. I can't get over it. It's getting better, I guess, but it's still weird.
What's like at the root of this?
Yeah, so is there a fear that has drawn this?
I think so.
I don't know. Probably my
Burns.
extreme social anxiety I used to have. That's probably part of it.
Maybe.
Peeing is not a social
Maybe.
activity.
Sometimes people make it, and I hate it. Like,
Yeah.
I really
Like-
don't like it when people talk to me when I'm in the bathroom if I'm at the
it's
urinal.
worse. I hate
I
it.
agree.
Like, if you're a close bro, it's not a big deal. But like the other day, I was at the urinal at work and I was peeing, and some guy came in and started talking to me, and then he walked into the stall and continued to talk to me, and I didn't like it.
Wait,
No,
so
that'd be-
his
I don't
pants were
like
down,
it.
he was sitting on the toilet, and he's still talking to you.
Correctamundo.
That's weird. That guy's a weirdo.
Like- Like if I'm at the urinal, do not talk to me.
That's weird.
Has
Like-
anybody ever has anybody like reached under or not reached under but asked for like toilet paper? Like they're out of toilet paper?
So
No.
no.
That's no.
That Seinfeld episode?
Is that Seinfeld?
Yeah,
Reached
Elaine,
under, asked for toilet paper.
There's
Yeah.
Got any toilet paper in there?
That's all right. I understand that, and it makes sense because when we were kids in like kindergarten, first grade, and you had to go to the bathroom, older kids were always really mean in the bathroom. So like I can understand how social anxiety stems from that, because that effed me up for a real long time.
I do not have those memories.
You don't?
Some of our middle school bathrooms didn't have doors on the stalls. And some of them had curtains too. It was
Yeah, that was
Some not even
weird.
have curtains.
That's fucked up. What?
Some of them didn't even have curtains, did they?
No, yeah, some of them were just completely doorless.
Yeah.
When I did my student teaching, the school that I did my student teaching at, none of the stalls in any of the bathrooms had doors on them. And I thought that was really weird.
Male or female?
Fucked up.
Correct.
What was
Yeah.
the reasoning?
Because they kept finding kids having sex in them. So they had to get rid of the doors.
That's
I
a
guess
natural
it's
instinct.
better than drugs, right?
Yeah. No,
Hey
no.
kids, don't
I
do
don't know.
drugs. Go fuck in the stalls instead.
Wait, did they notice that the sex in the bathrooms toned down?
Yeah, well, they didn't find anybody doing it anymore, so,
That's such a weird
yeah.
like cause and effect.
I think
Either
it's
that
like,
or they find out their whole school is a bunch of pervy voyeurs, and then
Right.
just
I think maybe they imagined that the doors were a privilege, and that these kids took away their own
No,
privilege.
it's not.
Wow.
No.
I'm gonna say.
No.
I can see the proof.
Yeah.
I
The
knew
kids
a
were,
cou-
the kids were
I knew-
passing the toilet papers. You know what I mean?
a little too often.
I knew a couple in college that, like, everyone would just be sitting around, drinking, do it, whatever. And then he would look at her, be like, I have to go to the bathroom. And then they would go together into the bathroom, and she would just, like, watch him pee. Like imagine you're in, like, a dorm room, right? And there's, like, a little bathroom right next to where everyone is sitting, and it's, like, a single person at a time. They would just go in there together, he would pee, and then they would come out.
Are you
That's weird.
like they didn't even go in there and do anything sexual?
No, like, it was just a normal night. They, like, just went in there, peed, came right out.
That's
We were all like,
that's the weird part. Is he
Uh.
just went pee?
I assume, but, like, so, could
Wait.
be worse, Matt.
This is gonna be a weird question. Was it when you were in the dorms, or was it when you lived outside the dorm?
In the dorm. Well,
So,
it was at a dorm.
okay. So, were you ever in there while they were in there? Like, was it one of those community bathrooms where you happened to be in there and being like, "What the fuck"?
No, it was like, it was worse because they were at someone else's dorm, and it was just like a single bathroom.
That's
So they just
weird.
went in there, shut themselves away, and then came back out.
That's weird. Yeah, that's real
Anyway,
weird. Okay, that's strange. But good topic. Way to break it out, Matt. Anyone else got some weirdo fear?
Anybody else a freak like me?
I guess I can go.
Yeah.
I don't know. This isn't like a fear. It's just something that when I see it, I get overly afraid of. Right? Okay, so we all know that feeling when you're like walking over a sewer grate and you're holding your phone. Like
Has
just
this
the
ever
fear
happened
that,
to you?
right?
Like,
Like just that
holding
fear that
extra
it's gonna
tight.
fall and like.
Yeah.
So that's obviously terrifying. But have you ever seen someone taking like a picture like over the edge of something? Like they
Yeah.
hold their phone over the edge of like a boat or like a rail where if they drop their phone it would just be gone. When I see
Yeah.
people doing that, I get so agitated. I didn't even know, but
That's risk
I was on
versus
a-
Adam for you.
I don't know why. I was on a boat somewhere recently, and this dude was taking selfies with his nice-ass phone, like 3 feet over the edge. If we had hit a wave, like a small bump, he would have dropped it, and it would have been terrifying.
You think you would have
That's-
jumped in after it?
No.
No.
I would. I don't know why. That just really bothers me.
That's understandable.
That's all I got.
That's the only thing you're.
So do you like
That
do you
is
do the thing
irrational.
where you like check for your phone if you see that kind of thing, like to
Well,
make sure
yeah.
that you have yours securely?
Obviously. Yeah.
That'd be really messed up if you noticed that was your phone. He somehow nicked it out of your pocket, is holding it over, and you're like, "That's my phone."
Plot
I take
twist.
my phone, push him in. I would do
Yeah.
that. All right.
So that's a little about me.
Careful for other people's property.
Yeah.
OPP.
He's down with OPP.
You ready to go, Pat Rock?
Yeah, I'll go. So one that first came into my mind when I thought of irrational fears was when I'm talking to somebody or talking with somebody or just kind of sitting in a room with people in it is that I'll be thinking about something and then for some reason I think somebody can know what I'm thinking. Like I'll be thinking about something wacky and I get this feeling like, oh, they know that I'm thinking about something wacky. I gotta change my thoughts.
Huh.
I get
Have
that.
they ever called you out on it?
Nope. Which is why I guess it's still fear because it's still like an unknown thing. Because what if they really do know what I'm thinking? They just are waiting to see how long they
You
go.
need to start wearing like an aluminum hat.
Yeah. But it's not something that I think about all the time. It just comes to me every once in a while.
You could line the inside of your baseball cap with foil so people don't know you're a freak.
That's it.
Hey, at least you can pee in a urinal, buddy.
I read some book back in like elementary school where this guy was dating this girl, and it was like one of those books where every chapter switched from narrator, so it switched from the guy to the girl. And when it was the girl, she was reading other people's thoughts, but you never knew how. And then at the very last chapter, it switched to the guy, and they ended up falling in love. And for their very first kiss, he reached his hand around her head to give her a kiss, and it turned out she had a third ear growing on the very back of her head.
Yeah.
Yes!
I remember.
I remember that.
Was how she read other people's minds.
Yeah, I remember that. It was like on top of her head or something.
Yeah. I've always been like kind of worrisome about grabbing the back of a girl's head ever since that moment. Because like, what if she has a third ear?
Did you already check Ashley's head?
Yeah, I checked it the very first time. Sure.
Give me that.
I need to check for that third ear. That'd be weird, wouldn't it?
That kind of sounds like a euphemism for vagina. The third ear.
Yeah.
Whispering.
Read my mind with your third ear. I don't know.
That's a good one, though.
And then I also wrote down deep water. Really deep water. I'm afraid of really deep water. Even when I'm not even in water and I start thinking about it, like, oh shit, here I go. I'm about to scare myself again. So I have to stop.
What about deep water?
Just the unknown that something huge could come out of it, or small.
So,
But-
like
Either way, it's deadly, and I don't like it.
being in the water about yay, and having it be deep below you, or literally being in deep water, like deep down in the water.
Being at the top and then having all that water below you,
Ah.
and it just goes on for miles, and you don't know.
Better than having it all above you.
Oh.
Am I
Silver
right?
linings. Silver linings.
That was a good movie. I saw that recently. A good movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
A lot of action, a lot of comedy. Good movie. Go see it.
If you like that movie, you'll like Joy, because it's the exact same cast, just a different storyline.
I wanted to see Joy.
It was pretty good.
When the commercials started coming out, I thought it was about Martha Stewart. But
It's about Joy.
Yeah, I caught on to that like longer than it should have taken for me to figure that out.
I didn't know what the movie was really about.
Is it based on a true story?
Yeah, it's her story, life story.
Joy.
Interesting.
I was listening to this one thing about, it was after the whole like whitewashing thing with the Oscars, and they were complaining about how it takes so much for black people to get a nomination for
Day?
what?
Damn.
No, people that
Damn.
were listening to the podcast. No. What do you mean, you people? No, like they said, it takes so much. Like they have to play Nelson Mandela or something, and then all white people have to do is like remake the mop, and they get nominated. Because I think Joy got a nomination, didn't it?
I don't know.
I think it did. Or else why would they be saying that? I don't know.
You're the one that brought it up.
Yeah. It must have gotten a nomination.
But the John Oliver had like a little funny skit about whitewashing and how like
I put it on the chat.
all the Egyptian movies
Yeah, I saw
that
that.
have been coming out lately are like played by white boys
Right.
and not even remotely olive-skinned dudes.
Yeah, that one with Russell Crowe. Is it Russell Crowe?
Gerard Butler.
Gerard
That's
Butler, yeah.
Oh,
Really?
speaking of Russell Crowe, there's a movie coming out called The Nice Guys that has Russell Crowe, and it looks pretty good. It looks pretty funny.
What you eating there, Adam? You getting yourself some beer.
Bruce Carino.
I'm Adam Coliff, and this is my crib.
I have to pee.
Oh.
my God.
Put it
Don't
down.
let
Put
us
the laptop
listen.
down.
Don't let us listen.
Make sure it hits the ceramic.
This is in the college
Yeah.
dorms, Adam.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch you pee.
Fears, Jacob. What are they?
Wow. So I could only think of one since I just found out what we were doing, but I think
That's not true.
it is true. I didn't know what the first one was going to be about until not that long ago. I missed part of the chat. I think
guess you were.
the fact,
All of it.
well, like all last week I wasn't on, so. But maybe the fact that like the chance that my teeth might become irreparably dingy. Like I'm always worried about that. Like I cut out hot coffee a few months ago. Like I didn't even drink coffee, but then like a few months ago I started to drink coffee, and then I thought I noticed like a slight change in the perception of the color of my teeth.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I got it on my phone now, though. Sorry.
And I immediately cut it out. So like, I'm always worried that like if my teeth discolor, they'll never be able to get back to white.
Interesting.
I'm gonna add that to my list too, because I have that fear as well.
That's a pretty good one.
So like, I'm worried about the pearliness of my pearly whites.
Is it irrational though? Seems like kind of a rational fear to have.
I don't know.
I would call that unusual more than irrational.
Do you use like a whitening toothpaste?
I use a whitening toothpaste and I use whitening mouthwash, and
Me
I
too.
floss.
White
my-
Use Colgate,
I think I do, yeah.
Optic White, and the Optic White mouthwash.
I can't. No, I think I use either Glamorous White or Diamond Strong for my mouthwash. I think right now I have Diamond Strong because I
Does it
also
have
don't
diamonds in
want.
it?
I also don't want weak teeth either. You know.
I have a story about that Optic White, which is it really wore down my enamel, which is why I have cavities right now. Yeah, because that's what it does. It's a whitening toothpaste, so it has a lot. It's very high in acidity, I think, so it wears down your enamel.
Right.
Well,
It's a lot
there's-
harsher.
It says right on the bottle it doesn't wear down enamel.
Well, it did to mine.
Lying bastards.
But I think probably before I get married too, I'll probably use some white strips. So,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
so I'm even pearlier for my big day.
Keep them white for old candy tits.
That's right. You
His
know I
words,
got
not
it.
mine.
But that's all I got for right now.
That's good.
Shane, let's hear yours. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine are
Sharks in the toilet. Sharks under the
Aliens in the basement.
Forgot about that. Forgot about the aliens. I completely forgot about that. That was rational. No, it wasn't.
To be fair, my old basement was a little spooky,
The old
but
base was scary as fuck.
there weren't aliens in it.
No,
Yeah, I do.
you can't
Not-
actually make.
not-
You can't make that guarantee.
You got me. I don't know.
Hey Shane, what are your fears?
Those my two biggest fears are sharks and snakes. I'm terrified of them.
So that's why you chose the tiger.
What? Yeah, that
Ding,
is
ding,
probably
ding,
one of the
ding,
biggest
ding.
reasons I chose the tiger, because I'm not as afraid of tigers as I am of snakes. Snakes terrify me.
That's irrational.
What? Being afraid of a snake?
I'm just spoofing you.
Oh, so those are rational fears, but here are super irrational fears that happen because of both of those things. So every morning, like Matt, instead of peeing, standing up into the toilet, I sit down because I'm so tired. So I just like sit on the toilet. But before I do, and when I'm in a groggy state, I always have to look into the toilet first because I'm super afraid that a giant ass anaconda head is just going to be sitting, like in the pipe, just sitting where you normally drop something. Yeah. And so like I don't want him to like munch on my staff. 'cause that
Just like a big turd that bites you.
yeah,
Yeah.
that would be awful. But that's
Hold on,
super
man.
irrational.
You're too tired in the morning to stand and pee.
Yeah, no, I have to sit down.
Who's being super loud?
Who is just
Matt.
crinkling things into the speaker? Yeah.
Not me.
Nah.
Wait, hold on.
Not me.
No,
Yeah,
that's not
that
doing
makes
it.
noise,
Is it?
Matt. Yeah.
Was it Patrick?
Oh.
Because it wasn't that loud.
Wait,
I don't think it is.
hold on.
He's gonna do it with his penis. Yeah.
It's not. That's not the same sound.
Then it's not me.
I don't know. The
Shane,
Mystery
if-
podcast.
Are you ever so groggy that you get completely naked and turn around and put your head down on the tank when you pee?
No.
Oh, like sit backwards and then rest on the toilet and then fall asleep again.
That's really funny.
Have you?
No, I don't. That's not me. But you're the one talking about being so groggy you can't stand up to pee in the morning.
I mean, there's just one thing I don't want to do. Why not just sit down? I've been in a sitting state, laying down state.
If you're groggy when you wake up, it means you woke up in the middle of a sleep cycle.
That's not necessarily true.
Yeah,
there's
that's not for everybody.
there's this
True
thing.
for me.
There's this stuff. I mean, it can be true depending on how sleepy you are. But there's this stuff called sleep inertia, which sort of
Inertia is a
Yeah.
property of matter.
sleep inertia.
Bill.
Try and time it so you wake up at the end of a sleep cycle and you won't be groggy.
Man.
Also,
Start
don't
doing
hit the snooze button.
Yeah, I've started
I
doing it
snooze
now.
for an.
Just habit now.
Do you ever snooze, Shane? Do you snooze in the morning, or you just wake up immediately when your alarm goes off?
So when I was working from home, I didn't snooze. But now that I'm working in the office, I snooze 15 minutes.
I snooze for a whole hour.
I do too.
Yeah.
What?
It's
That's
great.
my favorite. That's my favorite part of the day, probably.
It's so great. Yeah.
This morning, I snoozed for a whole hour and had to pee the entire time.
But you don't care, do you?
I did not care.
Nope.
I was like, nope, I'm not fucking getting up.
Yeah, I used to snooze like in middle school, and then I ended up being super late. Like I would miss school because of it, because I wouldn't get up.
That's just irresponsibility.
I was like in 7th grade.
You need to study your grammar, son.
That sounds like you were in a deep sleep cycle, not snoozing.
Oh, that's one of them that's snake related. The other one that's snake related is back when I was a kid and I used to take a bath. I wouldn't submerge my eyes below the water because I was afraid that if I were to do that, then the giant anaconda from the movie Anaconda would just pop right out of the bathtub and just go to work on me. And like I would shake. I was so scared.
Who
That's
let
like
you
the
watch that
definition.
movie when you were a little kid?
Obviously. They're the ones in control of me at that point in my life.
Yeah.
Oh, they control you? Were you the little puppet? The little robot?
You gotta cut the strings,
Child.
man. Cut the strings.
Yeah. So those are the two snake-related ones. And then
That's
the
like-
shark-related ones.
The definition of irrational, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It don't make no
Those-
sense.
You can.
literally
You're in like
this
a
idea.
tub. You can literally see that there are no snakes in your tub.
Of all the fears that have been shared tonight, Shane's are the most irrational.
That's not a surprise, is it?
No.
Well, related to that, Shane, I used to have an irrational fear that whenever I'd go swimming in a swimming pool, when I wasn't looking, there would be like a trap door that would release a shark into the swimming pool.
That is one of my irrational fears as well.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
go through the shark exhibit at the aquarium one time because I was scared of sharks. So
That's normal.
I
So,
guess you.
I'm
You
really
missed out
I'm
on a
curious
good
about this.
exhibit.
Shark exhibit was pretty much the best,
Yeah.
and the penguins.
Maybe it's because Adam wasn't there. Oh,
Damn.
Wait, where was this?
I think Matt had something to say.
Continue.
Okay.
I'll get my question in eventually.
Which zoo was that?
Me?
Yeah.
I have no idea. It was a long time ago.
I always went to the
But-
Toledo Zoo.
Yeah, they just opened up their aquarium. Anyway, with that gate thing, Patrick, were you there that one day when we were in college and we had like some intramural thing in the wreck at the giant swimming pool?
And they let
And-
a shark into the pool.
Well, no, but I freaked out.
Oh, that's why he's afraid.
Stacy
Well-
and Caroline bet me that I couldn't beat them in a down back across the pool. And so I was like, of course I'm going to try. And we started, and we were in the shallow end, and then halfway through going there, I looked into the deep end and saw that giant like wall of the pool, and was like, oh my god, if that just like revolved down and someone opened up and a giant shark came out, I would freak out. And so I had a mini panic attack. The mini panic attack got to the end and just stopped, while the other two of them were already beating me, and they had already made the turn, and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
I think that was during the water polo.
It was during water polo, and I freaked out.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I do have a question, Shane. Like, when you say you have a fear of it, what does it actually, like, make you physically
anxious?
Yeah, anxious. Do you get agitated? What actually happens to you when you think about, like, a snake in the toilet?
I just want to be as far away from that situation as possible. And like the time when it happened in college with the big swimming pool, I started like having a mini panic attack. Like, I wasn't super hyperventilating, but like halfway through in the pool, I knew I had to get away from here as fast as I could, or I would really start freaking out. So I just got to the end of the pool and got out and didn't get back in. That was it.
So your fight or flight response kicks in?
I'm a flighter. I fight like no
I'm a
other.
flighter.
He's a blighter.
Shane doesn't have a great response.
Just flight.
Adam, what happened to you? Oh, wait.
Oh, there you go. Since we're talking about fears, I just had a really spooky thought. Since I'm like in a little nook and my back is, what if like someone came up behind me and I didn't notice it, and you guys saw it and I didn't, and then he got me?
That would be I think they made a movie about that.
That's
The beginning of
spooky.
a horror story right now.
That's
That is-
spooky.
Definitely did make a movie about that.
I think there
But that
was
would be-
some about that.
It was
I would-
called like
It's called Chat
Web
Roulette.
Example.
I would call that movie Jacob Got.
Got
Jacob Bing got.
for short.
It's all part of the game, though. I'm almost done with The Wire, Adam. I got like 7 episodes left.
Let me
I don't
know when
what
you're
I'm
done.
doing.
Let me know when you're done so we can talk about it.
Okay, are you going to give me more fake spoilers? Stringer and Avon get married?
You want my other 2 irrational fears?
Yes.
You got a lot of irrational fears.
I got one more,
I'll
too.
piece all day at work. All right. So the other one, shark related, is whenever I'm in the ocean, there has to be someone farther out than me in the same beach, and that's super irrational because that person could be like 20 yards away down the beach, but as long as they're farther out than me, I feel safe. But
I get
as soon as someone is like closer than me, I don't feel safe, and I have to move closer to the shore. So like that's
Well, you never want to be the person furthest out from shore. Because
Unless
if there
it's-
is actually a shark out there, you're going to be the first one.
That's you, yeah.
yeah. But all right, think about this: if you're like 40 yards away from that person, and they're only further out than you by like maybe 10, that shark, if it's closer than you, is still going to come to you. It's not going to go over to that person just because they're farther out. Like, that shark isn't going to do that.
True. You got to draw the line somewhere. You got to have discipline, son.
Oh, and then I don't sleep with any of my limbs hanging over the bed because
Yeah.
subconsciously I think the shark's going to come in.
They come up and get you.
And then the last one I got is whenever we're in bed at night, Kaya usually isn't in bed right away, and she usually jumps in maybe after we're asleep. And I'm always afraid that she's gonna just jump straight onto my throat and put all her force on my throat and crush my windpipe, or just cut my jugular with her claw because she's plump.
I accidentally killed him.
I thought you were going to say something like, I'm afraid she's going to jump onto my balls, not jump on the bed and kill me.
I'm sorry, I broke a digital neck. Shane, all your fears have a theme of death.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, I hate it when people say that they have a fear of death. Because, I mean, everybody does. Everybody should. Or when people say that they don't have a fear of death. Like, yes, you do.
Well, you could have a fear of the actual process of dying or a fear of not existing anymore. I think there's a difference.
But, I mean, it's like...
I don't think you can
You're really-
definitively say, yeah, you do. I mean, some people might not.
Some people.
Well, how do you not have a
embrace
fear of death?
Some people are just okay with the dying process.
Like
they accept the logic of what it is.
Yeah.
I guess I do too. But so if I'm like standing in a train track, railroad track. I hate saying that. It's train track. I gotta start saying train. If I'm standing in a train track and a train's coming about to hit me, even though I've already, like I understand the idea of death and I'm okay with that, and I get that I'm not going in after, like, all that shit. If the train's still gonna come and hit me, I want to jump out of the way. I'm kind of afraid of getting hit by that train.
Right, but
I'm still afraid of dying.
You might be more okay with dying a different way that's not so violent. Like, quietly and peacefully in your sleep. Being choked to death by a dog.
Die that way, but you don't have the chance of being afraid of it.
Getting slammed in the head from behind with a hammer.
Yeah. Then it shouldn't apply to those scenarios because you don't have the chance.
I think the people who say I'm not really afraid of death are assuming they're going to die a natural cause, which is being old and like it's a heart attack or they die in their sleep.
Or maybe they're just so unenthused with their own life that the sweet release is welcome.
Yeah. Wait, Patrick, what were your last ones?
My fears?
Yeah.
Well, I said that I try to be a very punctual person, and lately it's gotten to the point where I get very high anxiety levels if I'm going to be late or anybody that I know is going to be late to something that I'm going to. And it's very hard to distance myself from that. So I don't know if you would consider that a fear, but I guess I am afraid of people late because then I feel like I am responsible for it. And I wrote exceedingly high population of humans on Earth. Because I just won't have any space to move around.
It'd just be wall to wall.
Like India. If I were in India, in the most densely populated places of India, I would want to kill myself. I think that would just be the
Sweet
worst.
release.
I would stand in front of a train.
Yeah, like you've seen the videos of like Hong Kong, I think it is, the subway,
Hong Kong,
China.
They just like literally push people onto the subway.
Yeah. It is literally wall to wall in that subway.
Yeah.
It's person to person, wall to wall.
Well, people wall to wall.
It's people to wall. Yeah.
There are walls in this place.
that would be terrifying.
Yeah.
For some reason, I really want people I don't know, strangers, to think I'm cool, and I don't know why. I shouldn't give a shit what strangers think, but like strangers more so than you guys. I don't give a shit what you guys think.
You know you're not cool.
Yeah, I know. I know you know I'm not cool. Look at me.
I think that's pretty normal. Like just to be generally you want to be liked.
That's normal.
I don't think that's necessary.
But strangers though, like people I'm never ever gonna see ever, just on the street, passersby.
I mean, you don't really care about what your family thinks of you, maybe, because it's the people who are closest to you, and you don't have to worry about them liking you anymore, because they already do.
You guys are family.
Yeah.
It's like people you don't have to make any more first impressions. So
yeah, it's like first impression. I don't like first impressions at all. I hate them. So I guess it's not irrational. Scratch that from the record.
No.
Scratched. Done. Forgot it.
Consider it scratched.
We need that rewind soundbite.
I can just do it with my mouth.
Yeah, you can.
He's passing the toilet paper right now.
Wait, did someone else have one? Adam, did you have another one or no?
I don't. Nothing like outrageous. No. All my fears are pretty rational.
I think for the most part mine are too. Yeah. Sorry, we don't think snakes are going to eat our butthole when we're in the morning.
That's probably a fetish to some people.
I hope not.
I bet it is. Alright, wait, Patrick, did you want to wrap it up with a question?
A central question, or well, I guess it wouldn't be a central question because it doesn't relate to anything. But my students asked me this today, and they were expecting a serious answer, and it was, if you got taken to jail, no, it was prison. If you got taken to prison, what would it be for? And I genuinely couldn't answer the question because I had no idea.
Good.
Yeah.
I think prison is really, really scary. I guess that's an irrational fear. Like, yeah,
No, that's
going to
irrational
That's
fear.
But
yeah.
like that,
Prison is terrifying.
Prison is scary.
but like, I'm probably not going to do anything that will get me sent to prison. You know,
Right. That's what I said, but they were like, you have to pick something.
What'd you pick?
I said feeding a puppy to a cobra, or to a constrictor. Because they just showed me, because they showed me that video.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that was the worst thing I'd seen in a long time.
Just to get this straight, did the boa actually eat the puppy?
I don't know if it ate it, but it grabbed it, and it picked it straight up, and then dragged it into its constricted body.
Screw that. That's why I don't like snakes.
It was like the puppy was just a little stuffed animal.
That's
It was
messed
very
up.
sad. And the puppy had just given it a kiss on the nose, too.
Screw snakes. They're devils.
So, Matt, what would you go to prison for? Probably downloading music.
No, I think it would be forgetting to file for taxes.
they don't throw you in prison for that unless it's real.
Debtor's prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be something government related, I think. Just me forgetting to do something, like neglecting it.
Yeah.
I might still have unpaid parking tickets in BG. I don't know.
I haven't paid my taxes in 30 years.
Oh, boy. I drank all my beer.
Oh. What happened?
Well, podcast over.
Wait, Jake, why would you go to prison? No idea?
I don't know. If I went to prison, it'd probably be like drugs or something. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. That's a weird question to contemplate.
I think I would start
Yeah.
mouthing off to a cop. And I mean, they probably.
I don't think you'd go to prison for that.
Yeah, I think
well, you suck, pig.
I think-
Oh, you're going to jail.
If it escalated to the point of assaulting an officer, I think you'd go to prison for 3 days. Like, that's the minimum sentence, isn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it is.
Adam, what would you go to prison for?
I'd probably like be going crazy, and I would just do something violent or inappropriate.
You'd be throwing
Just like-
poop at everybody.
Just like full on psychosis. Yeah.
It's some poop slinging slasher.
like that guy that like bit the face off somebody else or something.
The poop drinking, the poop slinging slasher.
That's rough.
No, I'm not. I've only had 3
slinging slasher.
Matt, are those cordless headphones?
Yes.
Yeah,
Bluetooth.
be fancy.
Damn.
No cord. No.
No cool.
That's some real high tech stuff.
Or
You're
real.
truly a techie. Techno guru over there.
Tech guru. I hate that term so fucking much.
That's you. You're living it. You are a tech guru.
Yeah.
I am not a tech guru.
It's too late. You're pigeonholed.
I'm really not, though.
Alright, so, wrapping it up this week, let's see. Anyone got anything to plug?
To all of our fans out there.
Number one! Number one!
So follow me, Sexy Boy 6969. Boy with an I.
For all my Stickam friends on Stickam.
That's all you on Stickam.
No.
This new booty.
Well, if we do end up getting real fans, fingers crossed.
Number 1 record video, Best Vines of 2016.
They're not even funny anymore. I've been watching them. They're terrible.
Patrick, do your students Vine?
Yeah. They Vine and they Snapchat all the time. And they do
So
everything.
Vining, people still Vine?
It's still a thing, yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we
Yeah,
get real
they haven't been funny since, like,
2013.
yeah.
Dane, what animal is that pillow above your shoulder?
Oh,
I'm gonna say
this is a penguin. You guys were with me when I bought it, actually. Adam
No,
and
I
Jacob,
was not.
Adam and Jacob were with me when I bought it. Yeah, you were.
When? Where?
We were in Florida, in Orlando for that trip.
I've never been in Florida.
Not you, Matt.
Jacob and Adam.
I don't remember you buying a
Wait, bring it
penguin.
down, bring it down. I need to
Wait.
Florida.
I was gonna
get it.
This is useless for a podcast because no one can see it, but I have this big stuffed pillow of a penguin, and he's got a...
Oh, he's got a little hat.
I'd like to go on the record and say I do not remember that purchase.
I don't either.
I don't know a penguin.
I bought this at our hotel. At our hotel gift shop where we were staying for that trip. I bought it for Ashley because I hadn't really bought her a gift that entire trip. I needed to get something.
And she gave it right back.
That was for you, Patrick.
You still have it.
I can't stop. It's so funny.
It was in our pillow corner until we got Kaya, and then when we found
Was
it.
it? Oh, you and Ashley's pillow corner. Okay.
Well, no, this was in Ashley's place whenever she did.
Are you ever worried that Kaya is gonna like throw up all over your pillow corner?
She did. Yeah. So if we get real fans, they can comment on our Tumblr because that's what it is. Comment on Tumblr. You can follow me at the Mouthy Jumbo. You can follow Jacob at what's your Twitter, Jacob?
At Jacob_Myers.
There you go.
Slip69.
And they can email at omgguidechat@gmail.com. So that's the show for this week. Next week we'll have another show, and it'll be just as funny, or even better, because it won't be...
Send lots of emails.
Email. But that's the podcast for this week, so check it out next week. It'll be great.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Thanks for listening to
OMG Guy Chat.